Welcome, yogi friends and those who just wish to move and connect to their body. Today's practice is all about finding that stillness, that silence, creating that space. I've noticed there's been a little bit of a disconnect in my own practice of late, and when I asked myself the question, where do we find that connection? Stillness was the answer, and we find that stillness in actually creating those movements and paying attention and just being really present with ourselves during our practice. So if we find that we're drifting away from our practice or there is a disconnect, usually we're spending a lot of time with our distractions, so things like social media or work or all the other things that we have to get done throughout the day to live our lives. Today's practice, we're going to focus on that embodiment and connection of the breath. We create stillness and find a connection in that stillness. So today, try to focus on the breath, how it connects to the movement and how that movement connects to the mind. Be really present in your practice and just move to where your body feels right. Find that connection. Let's meet on the mat. Beginning our practice today with our short pranayama, a breathing technique called Bhastrika, bellows of the breath. We breathe deep into the pelvic floor. The belly expands on the inhale and contracts toward the spine on the exhale, and it's equal inhale length to equal exhale length. So sitting up nice and tall, ground down through the sit bones, lifting up through the crown of the head. Just place the hands in a comfortable place for you. It might be on the knees, maybe it's on the thighs, creating that support for your upper back and shoulders, just wherever is most comfortable for you. Close down the eyes. Draw the gaze toward the center of the eyebrows and just slightly above. Take a moment just to settle in here, just briefly. In a moment, we'll begin Bhastrika with our inhales and exhales through our nostrils, focusing and emphasizing the expansion of the belly and contraction of the belly on the exhale. Take a deep inhale to the base of the spine. Exhale. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly toward the spine. Inhale, exhale. Speed it up just a little bit. On the last one, take a deep inhale, allow the breath to fill the belly, fill the chest, expand through the collarbone. Hold the breath at the top without strain. And as you exhale, gently draw the belly back toward the spine. And just observe the body. Letting go of any distractions like sirens from outside. We'll begin that pranayama again. This time, now that we're familiar with the breath, on the exhale, we draw the navel toward the spine, but this time we'll draw it toward the spine and slightly up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale into the base of the spine. Allow the breath to trickle into the belly, to the chest, into the collarbone. Briefly hold the breath at the top. Exhale, navel draws in and up. One last round. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. Feel the belly, the chest, into the collarbones. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, navel draws in and up. Eyes remain closed, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Observe any sensations throughout the body, any fluctuations throughout the mind. Gently open the eyes, taking it nice and slow, rolling over to all fours. Draw the hips to the heels, come to child's pose, Balasana. And bring the forehead to the mat. Just finding that connection with the breath. Maybe you engage in Ujjayi breath to help find that connection. Gaze is still between the mid-brow and slightly above. Inhale, rise up to all fours. Come to a tabletop position. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Inhale, finding that connection. Lower the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, taking it nice and slow. Arch the spine into the upper back. Draw the chin toward the chest. Come into cat. Inhale, lower the belly. Exhale, arch the spine. One more time, lower the belly as you inhale. And as you exhale, rounding the spine, breathing into that arch. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, tucking the toes. Sweep the tail to the sky, come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Just breathing into the body. Noticing any sensations from this posture. So just notice where sensations are arising throughout the body. Take the breath to those sensations. As you inhale now, wave the body forward. We're just going to create a little bit of heat, come into plank. Draw the belly toward the spine. There's a slight arch in the upper back, so we're not collapsing into our shoulders. Whole body engagement. Good. Exhale. Lift the tail. Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Wave the body forward. Come into plank. Exhale. Lift the tail. Downward facing dog. 4 more times. Follow your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, we'll meet back into downward facing dog. Just take a moment to really set the intention with the downward facing dog. So spread the fingertips wide. Feet are about hips width apart. Internally rotate the elbows toward each other, noticing as we broaden through the shoulders. And as we broaden through the shoulders, the chest is drawn toward the thighs. So we're engaging the abdomen, lifting the tail up and back, micro bending the knees. Gaze is toward the navel or the back of the mat. Inhale now, sweep the right leg to the sky. Shoulders remain squared, open the hips, so stack the hips, bend that top knee. Breathing into the hips. Exhale, round through the body, step the foot between the hands, lower the back knee, sweep the arms overhead. Anjayanasana, so it's a nice low lunge here. Keeping the connection to the breath, inhale as you lift the spine. Spread the fingertips wide. Exhale, navel draws to spine, engaging the abdomen. Inhale, find length. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave the body forward, come into a plank. Whole body activation. Option to come down, knees, chest, chin, or draw the elbows to the side body, lower down, halfway, chaturanga. Come to the tops of the feet. Push through the palms, upward facing dog. Thighs are away from the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes. Sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Shoulders remain squared, bend that top knee, open the hips, stack the hips. Take the breath into the hips. On the next exhale, wave the body forward, step the foot between the hands, lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rising up into low lunge. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, find length. Exhale, navel draws to spine, finding that strength. One more breath. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave the body forward, lower down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push through the palms, upward facing dog. Thighs are away from the mat. Shoulder blades melt down the back. Exhale, tuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky. Bend that top knee. Shift the weight into the left palm. Lower the right foot to the mat behind you. Sweep the right arm to the sky, coming into wild thing. Opening up through the heart. Finding that connection with the breath. Exhale, coming back, sweep the knee to the right wrist. Lowering the hips, we're just going to square off the hips. Send the back leg toward the middle of the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, gently walk the hands forward as we come into pigeon. You can bring the hands so you can come down onto the elbows. If you're in a slightly more open body, Maybe you're walking the hands out a little further and bringing the forehead to the mat. So we want to find some peace here, some stillness. So if you've got a block or books nearby, you can place that under your forehead. And we're just taking that moment to connect with our breath. Noticing the connection of the breath to the movement. And just really paying attention to the connection that the breath has with the body and that the body has with the mind. Just breathe into any sensations. On the next inhale, gently walk the hands back toward the torso. Push into the palms, untuck the back toe, sweep that right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog, shoulders remain squared as we bend that top knee, opening the hips. Shift your weight into the right hand, lower the left foot to the back, and sweep the left arm to the sky, open the chest. Coming into Wild Thing. Using the breath to maintain that connection with the body. Exhale, bring the left hand back to the mat. Rotate the torso, draw the left knee into the left wrist. Extend the back leg out toward the middle of the mat, squaring off the hips. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, gently walk the hands forward. Coming into Pigeon. Just connecting to that breath. Ask yourself, where can you find some appreciation for your practice? Is it coming in from the recognition of the breath? Maybe it's from the movement of the body. Perhaps it's the union of the two that assists with quieting the mind. Finding appreciation for the connection that's created by all three. Inhale, gently walk the hands back toward the knee. Press into the palms, untuck that back toe. Sweep the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left foot meets the right. Lower the knees. Shift the weight to the right side. Extend the legs out in front. With the right leg extended, I'll just shift so you can see. Extend the right leg out to the side. Draw the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, find length. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right knee. Gently rotate the torso toward the left. So we're opening up through the left side of the shoulder, opening up the heart. Take the left arm over the top, hinge at the right hip crease and bend over to the right. Maybe you're in a slightly more open body. You can walk the fingertips toward the toes and bring the elbow to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, finding length through the spine. So we're not collapsing and allowing the right side body to touch the thigh. We're just creating space, opening up through the chest. And as we hinge at the hip, we're opening up through the side body. Inhale, find length. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Pay attention to your movement, to your breath. Inhale, lift the torso. Extend the left leg out to the side. Bend into the right knee. Draw the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Squaring off the hips. Grounding down through the sit bones. Bring the left palm to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, gently rotate the torso to the right. Sweep the right arm up and over. Bend into the left hip crease. Inhale, find length. Exhale, maybe you hinge a little deeper. Maybe you open the chest a little wider. So we're witnessing the space that's been created in the side body, in the back of the left hamstring, maybe through the back of the left calf. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift the torso, lift the legs. Extend the legs out in front. If you need to find a little more space here, you can pop a block underneath the buttocks here, or maybe a folded up towel or a blanket, just to create a little bit of space. Inhale, we're coming into Paschimottanasana, so a seated forward fold. Toes are pointing to the ceiling, micro bend in the knees. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Gently fold forward. We want to maintain our nice long spine here. So if you find that you're beginning to round to reach the chest toward the thighs, that's not the aim here. So just walk the hands back. Go to where your body allows. Find length through the spine. Hinge at the hips. And when you're starting to round, that's where you need to stop. So you might be up here. You might be in a slightly tighter body where the whole back line needs a little bit more love and a little bit more care. So inhale, find length. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Maybe you fold a little deeper. Again, using that connection of the breath to the body and the body to the mind. And in this calming forward fold, maybe you find stillness of the mind and a connection to the universe, the cosmos. Inhale, gently walk the hands, lift the torso. Scooch forward a little bit, bring the back to the mat. Knees pointing to the ceiling. Cactus the arms, or if you've got the space, extend the arms out wide. Inhale. And as we exhale, just gently walk the toes or the feet to the edges of the mat. As we exhale, lower the knees toward the left. Gaze over to the right. Just a gentle twist here. We'll make this a dynamic movement. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, finding appreciation for our low spine as we lower the knees toward the right, gaze toward the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale. Exhale, follow the cadence of your own breath. 2 more times. On the last round, as you come down to the left, let's hold here for 3 full breaths. Maybe you want to intensify the stretch just a little bit. So draw the left ankle on top of the right knee. And use the breath to release and relax into this posture. Gently release the bind. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower the knees to the right, gaze to the left. We're here for 3 breaths. To intensify, bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Witness the breath. Notice the expansion and this creation of space on the inhale, and the softening of the body on the exhale. Release the bind. Draw the knees back to center, gaze is back to the center. Take a moment to allow the body, the back, to release into the mat. And you can remain here with the feet at the edges of the mat and the knees collapsing towards each other. Give you a nice little opening through the sacrum. If you'd prefer, you can extend the legs out long and come into corpse pose, Shavasana. And just bring the arms beside the body but slightly away. Allow the palms to be facing up, ready to receive. Feet are falling to the sides of the mat. Shoulder blades gently tucked underneath the chest. Draw the chin away from the chest to allow for the natural curve of the spine. Release any tension in the jaw. Let go of any furrow in the brow. Allow the tongue to relax and release away from the roof of the mouth. Witness the breath. Witness its connection to the body. Draw attention to the points of the body that meet the floor. And give the body permission to melt into the mat. Surrender into the earth. Allow the breath to maintain its natural rhythm. Try not to control it in any way. Bring the gaze toward the midpoint between the brows and slightly up. And with the witness of the breath, the connection to the body, Surrender to the earth. Find stillness of the mind as it connects to the universe. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Recognize how it makes the body feel with its enlivened pranic energy. Notice how the body encapsulates that connection with the breath and transfers it to our connection with the earth and the universe. Start to find some movement in the fingers and the toes. Gently sway the head and neck from side to side. Extend the arms over the head. Take a nice long deep stretch. And when you're ready, roll to your most comfortable side. And briefly observe. Push through the hands. Eyes can remain closed as you come to find a comfortable seat. As we shift our attention from our mat to our everyday world, take with you that stillness. And remember that to find our connection with ourself, we need to disconnect that connection with the distractions of the world. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, bring the palms to meet, draw the hands to heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. In honor of all that you are. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for your practice today, and thank yourself for coming to the mat. I hope that you found a nice connection between the breath and the movement of the body, and how the embodiment connects our mind to the universe. If you would like to subscribe if you're new here so you don't miss any of our practices, just click the little bell as well. And if you found this practice useful or of value and someone else might enjoy it, please hit the like button and the share button to share it with somebody else. As always, keep creating magic in this world from your space at your own pace. Namaste.